Poverty is an epidemic in the United States, affecting an estimated 46 million Americans, and Knox County is no different than the rest of the U.S. Although we live in a thriving, growing community, 1 out of 6 in our county lives in poverty. For those of us who do not fall into the poverty category, more than likely we have a difficult time truly understanding what life is like for those who do. The Cost of Poverty Experience, or COPE, is an event that offers a glimpse into the lives of low-income individuals and families living in the community. It's a snapshot of the obstacles that are faced, the decisions that are made, and the consequences that impact these families every day. COPE represents the lives of real families who live in poverty who have graciously given their stories so that people across the country can be exposed to real people, real situations, and real barriers that exist. COPE also captures the role that the broader community plays in impacting families living in poverty and how policies and systems help or hinder their progress. Recently, Master Service Companies hosted a Cost of Poverty Experience. I don't want to give too much away because my hope is that you or your organization will choose to experience COPE for yourselves. But let's take a moment and hear about the experiences of some of our employees who participated in COPE.
So this is Michael Giesland with Master Dry.
I'm Josh Sulfridge. I'm the Director of Sales here at Master Service Companies.
Hi, Dylan Roscoe here, Sales Manager at Master Service Companies.
I'm Jonathan Weezy-Higgle with Master Dry.
Myself and another guy were simulating an unmarried couple that lived together. My character's name was John, who had some alcohol and drug issues and was unemployed. My girlfriend, Shelly, quote unquote, was dealing with some mental health issues. She had a part-time job.
I was a married white male with a wife and 1 child. My child had a drug problem, stayed in jail pretty much the entirety of the program.
I was actually playing a mother that I did have a part-time job. I was dealing with a husband that could not read and was out of work. I was dealing with a child that had an eye disease that definitely needed attention.
I played a woman that had a lack of resources and an abusive and alcoholic husband.
The thing that stuck out to me the most was just the fact that, it's not just one thing. You can't change it's not just getting a job, it's what kind of job do you get. It's, does it pay a living wage? Are you dealing with mental health issues? Are you dealing with educational issues? Are you dealing with job training issues, transportation to get to your job? Do you have permanent housing?
Probably my most memorable moment through the class was really, not having a vehicle and not having that transportation and always having to be late for everything and being turned down.
The grind and the difficulty of dealing with those situations is something I fortunately would never had to deal with in my life.
I really think that anybody needs to walk through this because, especially in a year where we're looking at an election cycle, we're looking at how resources are going to be allocated to help people to give them a hand up. We really need to be smart about that because I think there are programs out there that are really good, but is it really accessible?
What you could expect out of it, at the very least, is that you come out with a greater understanding, maybe a little bit more compassion for people that you might not have had before.